The year 2026 could be the most important turning point in the modern era of space exploration, a year that will be remembered for decades to come. In the history of humanity's quest to reach beyond Earth, few years have carried as much weight or anticipation as 2026. That's because it's the year SpaceX aims to prove that Starship can be refueled in orbit, a technological breakthrough that could completely transform how we access the solar system, opening doors to destinations once thought impossible. This isn't just about landing on a new world, it's about building the foundation for all the missions that will follow, enabling humanity to become a truly spacefaring civilization. Inside NASA and SpaceX, the 2026 Orbital Refueling test is seen as a make-or-break moment, a single event that could determine the pace of lunar and Martian exploration for years. If successful, Starship will be able to carry its full payload all the way to the Moon, Mars, and even further, making ambitious missions possible that were previously out of reach. But if it fails, the consequences will be severe. Timelines for NASA's Artemis program and Elon Musk's vision for Mars could slip by years, or even decades, as engineers scramble to solve the challenges. The entire future of deep space exploration depends on making orbital refueling not just possible, but practical and repeatable, something that can be done reliably, mission after mission. Without this capability, Starship remains trapped in low Earth orbit, unable to fulfill its promise. With it, Starship becomes an interplanetary workhorse, capable of carrying people and cargo across the solar system. 2026 is the deadline. SpaceX and NASA are racing against time, pushing technology and human ingenuity to their limits to deliver on this promise. Every test at Starbase, every static fire, every launch rehearsal is a step toward this crucial demonstration, each one carrying the hopes of engineers, scientists, and dreamers around the world. The real drama isn't just in the destination, but in the relentless effort to build the infrastructure that will get us there, laying the groundwork for a new era of exploration. The outcome of 2026 will echo for decades, shaping not only the future of space travel, but the very way humanity expands into the cosmos. What is Starship orbital refueling? Think of it as a pit stop in space. A Starship tanker launches, filled with super-chilled propellants. A second Starship, bound for deep space, docks with the tanker in orbit. The tanker transfers fuel, topping up the customer ship for its journey to the Moon or Mars. This overcomes the tyranny of the rocket equation. Rockets use most of their fuel just getting to orbit. Refueling in space means Starship can carry massive payloads much farther. It transforms low Earth orbit into a logistics hub for the solar system. Without this, Starship's range is limited. With it, the solar system opens up. The 2026 mission is the key to making this future real. Getting to 2026 means clearing a series of tough milestones. First, SpaceX must make Starship launches routine and reliable, mastering ascent, separation, and reusability. Next, they'll upgrade Starship with systems for docking and propellant transfer, drawing on Dragon spacecraft tech. Before a full-scale transfer, they'll test moving cryogenic propellants inside a single Starship in orbit. This crawl-walk-run approach is vital to reduce risk. Ground infrastructure at Starbase must scale up. More launch towers, faster manufacturing, and rapid turnaround. The goal: launch, recover, and relaunch Starships like an airport, not a traditional rocket pad. Every step must be perfected before the summer of 2026. Orbital refueling is a high-stakes engineering challenge. Two massive Starships must dock in orbit with robotic precision, moving at 17,000 mph. Managing cryogenic propellants in zero gravity is tricky. Liquids float, pumps can ingest gas, and leaks are dangerous. SpaceX must settle the propellants using thrusters, ensuring a clean transfer. The propellants are kept at extremely low temperatures, constantly trying to boil off. Advanced insulation and sun shields are needed to minimize losses. Hundreds of tons of fuel must be pumped through a connecting umbilical, with every valve and sensor working flawlessly. Any leak or error could jeopardize the mission. Solving these problems is what makes orbital refueling one of the hardest challenges in spaceflight. Its solution unlocks the solar system. Refueling Starship in orbit is the linchpin for humanity's next leap into deep space. This single capability unlocks the possibility of reaching destinations that were once the stuff of science fiction. By topping up Starship's tanks above Earth, we can send much larger payloads and crews farther than ever before. NASA's Artemis program depends on it. Starship HLS can only reach the moon if it's fueled in orbit. Without this, landing astronauts on the lunar surface and returning them safely would be impossible with current technology. The 2026 demonstration is a direct prerequisite for returning astronauts to the lunar surface. This mission will prove that we can reliably transfer propellant in space, a critical step before any crewed lunar landing. Starship will deliver habitats, rovers, and supplies for a permanent lunar base, each mission requiring multiple tanker flights. Establishing a sustainable presence on the moon means building up infrastructure, and that's only possible with repeated, reliable refueling. Beyond the moon, Mars is the ultimate goal. The red planet represents the next giant leap for humanity, a place where we could one day build new homes and explore entirely new worlds. Sending a city's worth of equipment and people to Mars is only possible with robust orbital refueling. This technology transforms Starship from a single rocket into a true interplanetary transport system. Each Mars mission could need up to 8 tanker flights to fill the tanks. Coordinating these complex operations will be a feat of engineering and logistics, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in spaceflight. Low Earth orbit becomes our launch pad, the moon our outpost, and Mars our frontier. Each destination builds on the last, creating a chain of exploration stretching across the solar system. Each step depends on making refueling routine. Turning this into a standard operation is the key to unlocking the solar system for human exploration. The 2026 mission is the first real test of this chain, a crucial milestone that will determine how soon we can truly become a multiplanetary species. SpaceX isn't alone. Everyone's watching. The eyes of the world are fixed on the launch pads as the next chapter of space exploration unfolds in real time. Every test, every milestone, and every setback is broadcast globally, fueling excitement and rivalry. Competitors like Blue Origin and ULA are developing heavy-lift rockets, but Starship's reusability and refueling set a new standard. These companies are racing to innovate, each hoping to claim a piece of the future beyond Earth. The competition is fierce, with billions of dollars and national pride at stake. China is advancing fast, with its own lunar ambitions and likely plans for orbital refueling. Their engineers are working around the clock, determined to make their mark on the new space age and challenge the dominance of American companies. SpaceX's progress is the pace setter for a new space race. Each successful launch raises the bar, pushing others to move faster and think bigger. The world is witnessing a technological sprint unlike anything since the Apollo era. Success in 2026 will pressure other nations to accelerate or risk falling behind. Governments and private companies alike are re-evaluating their strategies, knowing that whoever leads this race could shape the future of humanity in space. NASA's partnership with SpaceX is also on the line. If it works, it validates the public-private model for space exploration. This collaboration could become a blueprint for future missions, blending government resources with private innovation. A win would encourage more such collaborations worldwide. It could inspire new alliances, bringing together the best minds from across the globe to tackle the toughest challenges in space. The stakes are huge. A reusable, refuelable system could unlock new economic and scientific opportunities. From lunar bases to Mars missions, the possibilities are expanding, promising benefits for science, industry, and even daily life on Earth. Competitors, nations, and dreamers are all watching, because this mission could start a new era. The outcome will echo far beyond the launch pad, shaping the ambitions of generations to come. The world is waiting to see if SpaceX can deliver. The countdown isn't just for a rocket, it's for the future of space exploration itself. If SpaceX succeeds in 2026, space travel changes forever. We move from rare, expensive missions to routine, affordable journeys. Artemis and a permanent lunar base become reality, supported by a powerful supply chain. Mars becomes a reachable destination, with large crews and equipment sent ahead of human arrivals. The cost of access to space could drop dramatically, opening new industries, manufacturing, energy, even asteroid mining. Starship, enabled by refueling, could make a true space economy possible. This is a fundamental shift. Humanity builds the first rung of a ladder to the stars. No longer confined to Earth, we become a multiplanetary species. The Apollo era was a brief visit, This is about staying. The 2026 mission is the test flight for that future.